Matthew 7, verses 21 to 23. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and in your name drive out demons, and in your name perform many miracles? Then I will tell them plainly, I never knew you. Away from me, you evildoers. Now, in our last two videos, we've looked at choices. The first was about paths or journeys. You remember the narrow gate, the twisting path, the wide gate, and the smooth path. And then we went on to talk about false prophets and true prophets. It's, do we follow good teaching or do we follow bad teaching? Now we've got a third choice. Are we going to be true disciples or are we going to be false disciples? Are we deceiving ourselves into thinking, we'll do the minimum of what's required? This passage is a bit of a warning to us, really. Are we these false disciples? Are we deceiving ourselves? Are we sitting there going, wow, surely we've done enough, I've said some good things, I've done some pretty decent stuff. If I had to sum up this passage, sort of in one sentence, it's that our lips are not enough. Let me explain. The examples here that Jesus uses have these sort of false disciples saying, I've done prophecy. I've spoken prophecy. I've prophesied in your name. I've cast out demons in your name. Now these are both linked to the words we use. This person is stood in front of God on the day of judgment and they're saying, look, God, I've said good things, I've prophesied, I've done good things with my mouth, my words were good, they sounded amazing. And then you've got, I've done mighty actions in your name. It's not about our words, it's not about our actions, it's all about the heart. Because if this person's heart was right, they wouldn't be sat before God convincing them they've said the right things and they've done the right things. They would have said, we're good, aren't we? You have forgiven me. I tried to do your will. Are we those people who have convinced ourselves that we've said the right things and we've done the right things, or is our heart in the right place? Is our heart trying to seek God and trying to be like God's? Now, have you noticed that in this passage the word I is used quite a lot? Some of you may say, but I said, Lord, Lord. And some of you may say, I prophesied in your name. I did this, I did that, I did great things in your name. It's interesting, isn't it? We make it all about ourselves. These people, they don't say, Lord God, you did amazing things through me, thank you. Because in their heart, it's all about themselves. The word I comes out all those times to highlight what the real motivation was for the person standing there on the day of judgment. It's all about me. But Jesus' reply is, I never knew you. Wow. I never knew you. So you said some good things, you did some good things, but I was never in your heart. It's not hard to understand what Jesus was looking at in this passage. Sometimes the hardest of Jesus' teachings are not the hardest to understand. They're the hardest to implement. The society around us is oh so selfish. It's very, 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 very self-centered. It's all about what I can get. I've done these things. Just look at social media. I post what I've done. I post what I think. I post some things I've said. It's hard to go against that flow. But the challenge here, and the really hard challenge, is that Jesus' ways are upside down and back to front. We need to be about each other, and we need to be about God. We need our hearts in the right place so that God can work through us and so that His will is done rather than ours.